This next post has a lot of good information, I believe. So there is a post that has an update. This woman was saying that she couldn't wait for the holidays to be over because she's leaving her husband. She gave us an update. Post number 2 is talking about how a man could marry a woman that he's not attracted to, but this man is not particularly attractive according to how the woman describes him. And then number 3, this third post could be quite triggering. It has DV and a puppy that has been harmed in the story. But it is important also because it gives us some examples of Darvo and manipulation tactics. So I put all 3 of these together, and I just want to remind us all that being single is better than being in some of these destructive relationships that can jack up your mental and physical well-being and your financial well-being and the well-being of your family or your kids if you have them, or in one of these people's cases, a puppy's life. So go ahead and watch these videos. Let me know what you think. Go ahead, join the conversation, and like, comment, and share. I'm so close to 70,000 followers. Go ahead and hit the follow button if you're not yet following me. We have an update, and it's a good update. So back in December, this woman put out a post saying, I want Christmas to be over so I can tell my husband I'm moving out. And she gave us an update yesterday. I have new people on my page, so I'm going to go through the other 2 posts that she made. They're short, and then I'll come to this update. Here's the first post from a couple of months ago. I was separated from my husband for about a year, and we decided to move back in together this past summer. I have been unhappy ever since I came back. During our time apart, I went to therapy twice a week, worked on my mental health, communication skills, everything. All of my relationships improved because of it, except my marriage still sucks. I was told if I changed, our relationship would change, and that was a lie. We don't fight, but we aren't intimate. There is no emotional connection, and I carry the mental load of the housework and childcare. I do the cooking, cleaning, shopping, etc. up until about a month or so ago when I gave up. So I am moving out. But to preserve the holiday season for my toddler and husband, I have not made that announcement yet. I want to scream it from the effing rooftop, but I have to get through this holiday season. I just needed to tell someone. That was the first post. The second post, follow up to my previous post. The day after Christmas, I told my husband I was leaving. All of a sudden, he's willing to change everything to make me happy. He's saying he'll do individual counseling to work on his issues. He's saying all the things. I'm so annoyed it took me leaving to be willing to change. Why didn't he take me seriously when I cried and told him I was unhappy a couple of months ago? He is making me doubt my decision, which is the whole goal, right? I need to make a decision, but the confusion has set in. Can he change? Will the changes last? Is it worth it to keep working on this? Would it be easier to just start over with someone new? I don't know the answers to these questions, but we'll need to get my stuff together and make decisions soon. Once again, I just wanted to tell someone. All right, so this is the most recent update. So it's done. I bought a house and will start moving my things. I have been staying here for about a week now. When I told him, he begged me to stay, so I did. Then 2 months later, he asked me to leave, so I did. I am sad, but ready to get off this roller coaster that has been my relationship for over 10 years. I'm working on making my new place a home. I'm going to paint my office this weekend, and I'm looking into getting a new cat. Mine passed away last year. Anyway, I just wanted to wrap up this saga. Cheers to new beginnings. This part right here stood out to me. When I told him, he begged me to stay, so I did. Then 2 months later, he asked me to leave, so I did. He wanted to be the one to end the relationship. That's it. He knew that he wasn't really going to change, but he wanted to be the one to say, it's over. I left her or I made her leave. And regardless, this woman is winning. It's over. She's already moved on. And I checked her post history. She's posting about her home. She's posting pictures and everything. So I am really happy that this woman is moving on. And I'm thankful that I have people like Cozy Cat Cafe to tag me in, because I don't always see these things. I get tagged all over the place. So Like people are saying, I am proud of this woman. I'm glad that, she did try. She tried, and that probably, helped get all of the doubts out of the back of her head. Cool. She did that, and she's now moving on. Litho Giraffe says, what changed for him in those 2 months? Was it him just getting used to the idea, or was he trying to fix everything last minute and realize he couldn't, or you weren't open to trying anymore? And then the OP says, I offered marriage counseling and he said no. Choco Khan says, sigh, that's a heartbreak for sure. I'm sorry. But hey, life is fantastic. Congrats and enjoy your new home and new beginning. Haploid Life says, and there's the real answer. He doesn't care enough to work on himself to be better or really care how you feel. And in one of those previous posts, she said that she started working on herself. She went to therapy. She was working on her mental health. She was already trying to get to a better space mentally, but he was not working on his space. I mean, his mental space or whatnot. All right, so let's remember the question. What changed for him in those 2 months? So this is where the OP says maybe both. At the end of the day, he just regurgitated all of the same reasons I gave him for wanting to leave 2 months ago. And then Litho Giraffe says, ha, he sounds like he wanted to be the one to break up. And then the OP says, that's what I said. I told him he likes to be in control. And then Ruby June Rocket says, this is one of those situations where you win, even though I'm sure he feels like he wins. He gets to have that illusion of control, but you get the confirmation that this is the right decision and don't even need to look back. This is where you would play a Chrisette Michele song, Blame It On Me. Say it's my fault. Because she's winning in this. Sparrow Sway says, I like your approach. Just let him think that way because in the end, she's happy. I'm so glad for OP. Sorry for the next woman that crosses paths with OP's ex. And then Kofifi for all says, and if he's happy that he gets to feel in control, then that means he's less likely to come after her. Wins all around. Yay. And I told you she's posting about her new space, and that's why I'm happy for this woman. She posted this in interior decorating a few days ago. She's trying to figure out the rug to put here. Yay. She's also trying to fill space in her bedroom. So I just wanted to show, I'm not going to go through these posts, but I just wanted to show that this woman has moved on, and it shows in that she's actually decorating and trying to furnish her spot and make it a home. Anyways, we love a good story. We love a wrap up, and we know that this one's real. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think about this one. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. I wasn't tagged in this post, but I came across it just scrolling Reddit. And I want women to know and understand that men get a lot out of marriage. Men get a lot out of marriage, even when they marry someone that they don't really like or not really attracted to. So this woman asked this question to the men. I answered, but she asked it to the men. If you think your wife is not physically attractive, why did you choose her? I'm going to read the post and then I'm going to editorialize. She says, I know this is a controversial question, but unfortunately, it is a sad reality for a lot of women and men out there, whether we want to admit it or not. I've known for the past 2 years that my husband, his family, and his friends do not find me physically attractive. They have all been very vocal about it, but I've learned to just accept that I'm ugly. What hurts me is that my husband is also not conventionally attractive. He's chubby, has terribly crooked teeth, a double chin, all sorts of things. But to me, he's still the most handsome man. And I love all those things that society says aren't attractive. We are both average looking people. I'm a natural ginger, 5'5", 140 pounds, 30. My hair is very long and healthy. I have good skin and nice white teeth. I would like to think while I'm not beautiful, I do get quite a bit of attention from men, not that it really means much. I want to say that I fell in love with his personality because I thought he was so sweet and kind. He was a very generous and loving man. But over the years knowing him and his family is very much the opposite. Maybe it's the culture because he's Indian and I'm white. But he is mean when it comes to physical appearance, not just to me, but to others as well. I think he is reflecting his own insecurities. It hurts hearing and seeing him have these conversations with his friends that they are nitpicking my physical appearance. It makes me so sad. I'm seriously considering leaving him because of how he makes me feel. He's constantly harping on my weight, that I should lose an additional 20 to 30 pounds, which is seriously not healthy or realistic to maintain. So, men, if you chose your wife knowing you weren't physically attracted to her, or why? Did she grow on you over time? Does it not bother you when people make comments, especially coming from friends and family? And if they do make comments, why do you feel it's okay to entertain it? I feel that women are more forgiving in the physical area and men are not. Would you say that's true? Whenever I brought up these issues to him, he just denies that it is an issue and I'm being dramatic. But after so long of it being said behind my back and to my face, it's wearing me thin. I just want to enjoy my life in marriage. This dude is projecting. He needs a mirror put in front of him because she says, what hurts me is that my husband is also not conventionally attractive. He's chubby, has terribly crooked teeth, a double chin, all sorts of things. But to me, he's still the most handsome man. And I love all those things that society says aren't attractive. This is why. This is why you can't even give these ugly dudes a chance because because from what she says, she's probably an attractive person. She's probably a pretty lady, but he's like, well, I got her, so I must be doing something right. I could probably score the next woman. And so he is using this woman as a placeholder, even though even though he's probably not going to get anybody else. But he's sitting up here lowering her self-esteem. As I'm reading that post, I feel her self-esteem plummeting. Like she's asking all of these questions and she's questioning herself because her short, chubby, unattractive husband is sitting up here just nitpicking at her confidence every day, talking about her weight. And how dare you have the audacity to be unattractive, have crooked teeth, be overweight yourself, and talk smack about someone that genuinely cares for you? Ugh, I am so irritated by this. So I said on her post, he's probably using you as a placeholder. Having a wife, even one that you don't like very much, is a benefit to men. He has someone to manage the home while he's able to really search for the woman of his dreams. You should reconsider if you're getting anything out of this arrangement. Always Right says, why are you even with him? Frank says, is this for real? Your husband thinks 140 pounds is unattractive, let alone making fun of you to his friends? That is crazy. I'd punch one of my friends if they said a word about my wife. I met my wife when she was thinner. She was always thick, though, which I like, but I knew that no matter what changes happened with her body, I would always find her attractive inside and out. We like to hear men talk about their wives like this. I have a buddy that says he doesn't find his wife attractive at all and he still married her. They haven't had sex since before they were married. I don't understand it. I think corn could have a lot to do with it. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Like, what do you even get out of that? What does she get out of it? I know what men get out of it, but I don't understand what the woman is getting out of these arrangements. The OP says, not having sex is a disaster for a marriage. Corn is also horrible as well. I understand that men have needs, but corn can be so damaging to a man. Sad situation, but yes, he thinks 140 pounds is too fat. Frank says 140 pounds is a good weight. Corn is a disaster to men. It inhibits bonding between couples, natural attraction, etc. If your husband stopped watching it, I guarantee he'd find you attractive. He doesn't know that to guarantee that. And this woman is probably fine the way she is, but he just seems mean. The OP says he doesn't watch corn. He knows my reasoning why, and he agreed. Okay, I mean, he says he doesn't watch it, so that's enough. Adriel says, I bet he's a nice 240 pounds. Jaka Zula says, what's crazy is I miss when she was 140 pounds. She's 116 pounds now. Whew, yeah, that's a significant drop. Lady Wiesel says, I would never be a partner. I would never be with a partner who finds me physically unattractive, and it makes it a thing to openly discuss it with friends and family. Why are you doing this to yourself? Do you honestly not think that you deserve at least a moderate amount of human decency? Someone who puts you down like this regularly is not a person who deserves your love and affection. Simple as that. If you love someone, that person means the world to you. You would not degrade them or allow for someone else to degrade them. I'm very sorry, OP, but your husband does not love you. And if you believe it or not, you deserve so much more. And then the OP says, unfortunately, once we married, all of these things happened and it was too late. It's not too late. Divorce is a thing. Divorce. You don't have to stay connected with somebody who is mean and doesn't like you. I don't know why these people think that this is the end all be all. If someone is mean to you and unsupportive and doesn't find you attractive, leave. Anyways, y'all, I'm going to end it there. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Trigger warning. This story includes DV. This is also going to be another example of Darvo. So buckle up. She asked the question, can a couple ever get past an argument turning physical? The answer is no. She needs to leave this man. But listen to this story. She says, so for context, my boyfriend, a 30-year-old man, and I, 25-year-old woman, have been together for a year and lived together. I absolutely adore him. Recently, my boyfriend has been going through a lot of stress with work, finances, and us getting a puppy a few months back. Because of this, he has been quite agitated and regularly shouts and loses his temper. In previous arguments, he has thrown his phone at me. On multiple occasions, he has pinned down or thrown our puppy in anger. This paragraph is enough reasons to leave. There's already like 3 reasons to leave. The stress is causing him to shout. He's agitated and he's thrown a phone and he's thrown or held down and harmed their puppy. That paragraph alone is enough to leave. All right, but there's more. His reactions have started to genuinely terrify me. They should have been terrified her. All right, whenever I do something wrong or want to communicate about something, I break out in a cold sweat, visibly start shaking, my heart races. It's a full-blown anxiety attack, basically. This is important to know and understand that right there, that stress level can really harm you. This is one of the reasons why women end up getting some autoimmune diseases. Some autoimmune diseases are caused by terrible relationships because all of that visibly shaking, your cortisol level going up, your flight, fight, or fawn reactions going up will harm you. That causes reactions in your body because you're trying to be in self survival mode. You need to get away if you start to get terrified at just talking to your man, let alone all of these things right here. I'm doing this post not necessarily for this woman. I don't know if she's going to leave, but to help women understand why some of us do develop autoimmune diseases and cancers and stress-related diseases is because of this kind of stuff right here. All right, she says, the thing is though, when we're good, we're so effing good. I've never been happier than I have been with him. He treats me fantastically in every other aspect. He just struggles to control his anger. The good seems to like put blinders on to everything else. This is not good. If you are in this situation and you're hearing me say this, I don't know if this woman is going to walk away, but I want the ladies that are watching this to know and understand that this is not healthy. Last night, we both went out drinking. We both got pretty drunk and ended up arguing. I had mentioned that I had seen a boy I'd previously dated that was in the bar. I told my boyfriend just to make him aware because this boy has a tendency to approach me and say hello, etc. My boyfriend was very intoxicated, but was absolutely livid. He kept asking me why I was so bothered about another man, etc., etc. I explained that I wasn't and that I was just making him aware in case this boy approached me. After this, he led me out the bar where he proceeded to shout at me outside. A passerby intervened to try to mediate, and my boyfriend began getting aggressive with him, telling him to mind his own business, etc., etc. Eventually, we went home. He proceeded to shout at me further, name calling. I eventually had enough and stood up and told him to pack his stuff and leave. At this, he jumped off the couch, held both arms in a vice grip, almost restraining me, and he screamed at me that he wasn't going anywhere. He was right up in my face. I got out of his grip and pushed his face to get him away from me. After that, he grabbed me, pinned me down on the floor, and held my neck. He started screaming at me not to lift my hands at him. He was choking me at this point. I was really panicking now, so I did throw some punches to try to get him off of me. Eventually, I pushed him away. Immediately, he grabbed his phone and called the cops, saying I assaulted him. This is the Darvo situation. That's why this is all in yellow. He did this. She reacted to try to live, and now he's calling the police on her. He's now the victim. All right, so he calls the cops saying, I assaulted him. I tried to talk him down, but he phoned them, and the police arrived. He didn't want to press charges, but told the police I assaulted him because pinning someone down is a defense, not an attack. The police took a statement and basically said it just sounds like we were both too drunk and had an argument and left soon after. It's now the next morning. He is adamant that I assaulted him and that it was completely unprovoked. He said he still wants to be with me, but I've shown a completely different side of myself, and he's not sure if we can get past it. He keeps saying, we'll just forget about it, but keeps making jokes about my punches being weak and that I would be an easy target on the street. I feel horrendous. I don't know what to do. I was just scared and wanted him off me. I have never been in a physical fight, nor have I ever wanted to hurt him. Should I seek therapy? I feel like an abuser. Do couples ever come back from something like this? This is classic Darvo. This is classic Darvo. This man started a fight with this woman. She was just trying to say, this man might come by and speak to me. She did not provoke him in any sort of way. And then he starts pinning her down. She's fighting for survival just to be able to live because he's holding her down. And now he is the victim. He called the police on her. And now he is saying, I don't know if we can get past this because he wants her to keep trying to fight to be with him. She's doubting herself. She's now feeling like she was the aggressor. This is what Darvo does. It's a manipulation tactic that makes you start to second guess what you did wrong. This relationship is broken. Nothing about this is healthy. This woman is 25 years old. If she stays with this man, she is going to fry her immune system. She is going to be jacked up because of all of these highs and lows, the stress level, all of that. He is going to drain her until she is a husk of herself. And then he's going to leave her and then go find a new supply. This is a manipulative man that deserves to be alone. I don't know if she's going to leave. Everybody in this doesn't have a whole lot of comments, but people are like, this is a textbook abuser. You need to leave. Like this person says, choking only ever ends one way unless you get out is a major indicator of femicide. Leave, go somewhere safe, and never look back. Everybody is telling this woman to leave. She's had this account since 2023. I went and looked at it, but she has not commented. I don't know what she's going to do. This person says this is textbook abuser. Leave before it's too late. Flux, my capacitor, says strangulation is the number one indicator that a man will later unalive a woman. Get out now. Says, P.S. When you get serious with the next guy, don't move in with him so fast. Sodium Junkie says, even before we got there, what about the fact that he almost took out that puppy? That should have been the first number one. That really should have, because if they will harm your puppy, that is harming you by proxy. He's showing you that he could take you out. That's what he's trying to instill, fear, by harming something that you really love. This person says, I'm a guy. This guy is dangerous. Get away. Kazur says, also a guy. All of this is terrible, but like throwing a puppy, who the F does that? Please get away ASAP. This person says, abusers are kind of all the same, I guess. My ex didn't throw my puppy. Never mind. Terrible memory unlocked. He did throw my puppy. He threw him outside our apartment, and I had to run after him before it ran in the street. Okay, so this person starts to tell her story, but all of this is bad. None of this is a healthy situation to live in. Being single, living, having friends, doing your hobbies, all of that is much better than seeing that you're in a relationship and this is the relationship. Being single and alive and happy is better than this, because this is not good. What can come good of this? Anyways, y'all, join the conversation. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.